All right, so here is the Mayflower. It's all cut out. And I labeled the sails as I was cutting them out because it did say on the paper. But you'll notice that you have, I kept this little picture too so that you can see the sails. So this is the one that goes in the back. And then this one and that one go in the middle, and then these two go in the front. So that's how they are organized to go on your beams on the mast for the sails. But we will get to that last. So I'm going to set those aside for now. You've cut this out. Now what you need to do is this little slit right here needs to have a cut also. Just right into the corner there, just like that, on all four parts. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. And then we have dotted lines, and the dotted lines are the folds. Okay, so we need to fold on each of these dotted, everywhere there's a dotted line there needs to be a fold, and this gets tricky. So the first one, I'm going to start right here and carefully bend it like this. So now I have this little tab, and then I've got to do this one too, carefully. Try to be on that dotted line as best as you can. What's going to happen now that it's folded there, these tabs will come together and be glued like this. Okay, but we have to do all of our folding first. So now I'm going to work over here and try and get this one folded in. There we go. And then this one. Okay, so now I've got these 4 little ones all folded. I'm going to come over to the other side. This is the back because the propeller that the Mayflower did not have. So we have to pretend that we don't see that. I don't know why they put a propeller on this kind of a ship. They would have never had propellers. We'll fold that tab down. Yeah, we're just going to pretend it's a decoration. I guess it would be, huh? Because it's up high. It's not down in the water. It's kind of weird. Maybe it is just a decoration. It always looked like a propeller to me. Fold, fold, fold. There we go. Okay, now this one. Okay. So now that we've got those tabs, now we have some bigger folds that we need to make. So we need to fold here and here, here, and here. So those 4, this is going to be the bottom of the ship. So now I'm going to carefully fold right here and get a nice crease, pinch it, and then open it back up. I'll come around to this side, fold this one down and squeeze it, give it a nice crease. Now the long ones. So this one's a little trickier. So I'm going to lay it down like this, and I'm going to pull it over, and I'm going to look for that dotted line underneath because that's where I want my crease to be. And then pinch it down right there. Okay. Now I've got to come around and do that on the other side too. So I've got to get this one. So I'm going to lay it on its back, pull this side up, give it the good crease. There we go. Okay. So now all of our folds have been made, and now it can be assembled. Oh, my glue stick. And You may use glue in the beginning, the glue stick, and then you may want to get some tape once you get it together. So basically, I'm going to hit this tab with a little bit of glue. And this will be enough to get it to stick. And I need to line these up so it comes together like that. And I know I'm going kind of fast because I'm recording it. The nice thing about the recording is you can stop the recording as you do each little phase. Okay, now this gets tricky. So I'm going to hold it like this. I'm going to get a little bit of glue on here. Pinch those tabs together. See, I've got my finger inside, and that's giving me something to push against. So that's how the rear of the ship starts to come together. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the front. And it gets trickier because now they're getting smaller. So I'm going to get a little glue on there. And I'll have this video up. I'll email it to you. So that if you don't get this done today, you can finish it for your homework and you'll have the video to watch and follow. Get a little glue on there. This has been a fun little thing because it's something that you can decorate the table with for Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it can be on your thing. There you go. Now at this point, if you want to get some tape to reinforce the glue, because you know how that glue is, it doesn't always stay. Sometimes it comes apart. I like to get a little piece and put it inside. And see, I'm going to grab that tab right there, and I'm going to put this tape. I know you're not going to be able to see it while I do it. It's going to be a real trick. I'm going to put it inside here and keep that tab closed like that. And the same thing on this side. That way you don't see the tape on the outside. And this way it'll kind of help keep it together. And I can probably do this little skinny end with one piece maybe. See if I can get a piece of tape in there. Oh, I don't know. It's hard. Keep twisting it around which way is going to be. My nails don't help. They usually shorten them for me, but they didn't shorten them yesterday. So now I've got these dragon things.
Look at that.
So now it's starting to come together, isn't it? Now a little piece of tape in there. Okay. And I'm going to go get my my straws and stuff. That'll give you a second to finish that while I go get my... Okay, so here's what the rest of your stuff is for. The clay is going to be where you're going to put your masts. These are the masts. And you're going to tape the sails to the straws. And then they're going to need something to stick into, and that's going to be the clay. And you know what? I hope you guys were able to see all this. If I put it over here. Yep, I think you did. Okay, good. But the clay is has moisture in it. So if you just put the clay in your boat, the paper of the boat will pull the moisture out of the clay. So that's what the foil is for. The foil is going to protect the paper of your boat from the clay. So you're going to tuck this right down inside, like that. And then you want to take your clay and you want to roll it into like a snake. And you may need to, because it's hard. You know, when you first get it, it's hard. So you may need to do a little squishing with it. Ugh, ugh, ugh. And you have to push down decently to get it to hold my And then I think this is a little bit more than what you guys have, but it should be about right, probably about the same. I'm gonna take it, then I'm gonna put it right down inside in the bottom of my ship, on top of the foil. Let's see, how many straws did I gave you guys 3 straws, right? I think I gave you 3 straws, and I think they were cut in half. Pretty sure I cut the straws in half. So it looks about that size. And you may want to cut your straws because the top one is the longer one, but these, the front and the back are going to be shorter. So you may not want them to be as long, but you can always make adjustments. So this is where the tape comes in handy because the glue is never going to hold the straw to the sail. This is where you're definitely going to want tape. And you kind of put it on there and roll it and then get it around and then stick it on like that. And then you stick it into the clay. Ta-da! Oops, and now it's kind of crooked. So now that's a nice thing about clay. I can pull it out. Oh, it filled up the thing. Uh-oh. You might have to get a toothpick or a pencil or something and kind of dig that out. There we go. That's all right. Let me try that again, see if I can get it in there to go the right way. And I'm sure you guys probably have straws at home. If you want to use something other than a straw, you can totally, use something else. That's okay. I just gave you kind of the basics of what I had here in the classroom. Let me turn these over now. Now I have to have room to put this into, I've got somebody's parents, I think, in the background. Let me check just to make sure. Don't have any of those conversations going on the recording. There we go. I need to have room to go into the clay. So this is going to be a tricky one. Definitely take your longest one for these center sails. And notice the top one. I'm not going to have much, the straw will not be all the way to the top of that. Okay, so it'll look like this. Now I can put that in the middle. There we go. All right, and last one, my little tiny guys. And I didn't need to cut my straws. I think they'll be just fine. So I want to make sure I get this on both. There we go, a little piece of tape. Ooh, and then a little baby piece of tape for that one. Goodness. There we go. It's kind of sticking out on the side right there, but that's all right. Just pinch it or cut it off. Okay, and put that right in the front. There we go. There's our Mayflower. All ready to decorate your table. And you can definitely add to this, maybe put more foil in to cover up the clay. I'm sure your parents have foil in the kitchen, so you can totally do that. If you want to use, if you have something that you can use instead of the straws that you want to use, you could totally do that. If you need another copy, there's, you can go to the weekly planner, you know, where I put week, well, what is this, 14, 15? What are we on? 14. Week 14. The PDF is on there. You could print another one if you needed to. All right. And there's your Mayflower. Good job.